I want to start off today. There's been this real thread about wealth. So for a moment, I want you to imagine that in the next 90 days, you sign $1 million client. Not selling hundreds of thousands of your $27 things or hundreds of thousands of your $9.97 courses. I literally mean one client, one deal, one brand, one transaction, $1 million. What would that do for you with your business, the way you show up, the way that you walk into rooms, the way that you deliver? It would completely change everything, right? Well, that's exactly what I do with my clients. And it's exactly the perfect way to create a joyful business. Now, how the heck do I know how to sell these $1 million offers? Small town Australian girl. So I started out with my own business about 20 years ago. The reason I know that is because I was in corporate and I convinced my darling husband, who's very risk averse, very successful in his own right, but a diplomat, career bureaucrat, that starting my own business, I could do that when I was at home on maternity leave with my beautiful daughter, Penelope. So I had 1 year to get this right. That business turned into one of the largest lifestyle businesses in Australia, but it was a mainstream business, the way that you are told to run a business. So surveyed the market, understood what the market wanted, and I gave it to them. I looked at the competition where there were gaps, and I filled the gaps. I created a multi-million-dollar business that, from the outside, was incredibly successful. However, I was dead inside. I was bored, absolutely bored out of my brain. Now I know the reason that I was bored. I stood on that warehouse floor and after 9.5 years said, enough, we're selling. I didn't know how to sell a business. Thank goodness we went through it. And I came out of that on the other side with the privilege of then being able to create a business from joy. I took that time to really think about what does it mean to run a business? Why was I bored? What was going on when it looked to the outside world like I was really successful? I won awards, had hundreds of thousands of followers before being an influencer was even a thing. I'd written a book for Penguin. I'd done all the things that a successful business owner should do. But in the should and the ought to is the key to where the problem is. And so I thankfully had the privilege of taking some time off to really think about what it is that I wanted to do next. And it's amazing when you are in a privileged position, how great decisions are able to be born. So in those moments, those months, was probably closer to a year of just sitting in this liminal space of not really knowing what was next, I started to dissect what I really wanted, what I really liked, where the joy was for me. And the joy for me was working with fewer people more deeply. Fewer people more deeply, being paid really well for it. And so I thought, why the heck are there not personal brands out there using a luxury business strategy? Because there just weren't at that time. So I thought, fuck it. I'm a disruptor. This girl from Australia can create a global brand. I'd done it before. Let's go make the magic happen. And so I did. And at the time, Business Bravery was born. That was 8.5 years ago now. I have a bigger business, more successful, far more profitable than my first business. And the first one was pretty darn good. But this time I'm doing it from joy. Not only am I doing it with my business, am I selling at the level that I'm describing to you? So I walk into rooms and I sell $1 million offers and I'm playing at that level, but my clients are doing it all around the world. Most of my clients happen to be here in North America, but I really want more outside of North America. You guys are brave here, but bravery should exist outside of North America. So we're bringing it to the UK, we're bringing it to Europe, we're bringing it to the Middle East, we're bringing it to Australia and New Zealand. This descending model where we start at the top and we bravely walk into rooms and we say, I am worth $1 million in one transaction. One transaction. And out of that, you can sign 2 or 3 of those over a year. You extract this incredible IP. And then what do? Then you can get the same scale as with a volume-based business, but we're doing it from the top. We're doing it with power. We're doing it with intellect. We're doing it so that we can own the room, own the IP. All my sisters here talking about wealth today with power. This is the perfect business for strong women all around the world. And yes, I work with men as well, but I love it when I can support incredible women. So this descending model, I have clients from every industry, every location, all around the world, selling at this level and then extracting that IP and turning it into their iconic empire. How do we do that? We do it through a 3-tier system. It is so flippin' simple. It is ridiculous. The first thing we need is mastery. And every single one of you in this room has mastery. You are the best at something in the world. You just need someone like me with the bravery to turn that into the positioning where you can claim that and take that and articulate it with confidence and certainty. That gets you the entry into the $1 million offer world. Second, after that, we need to get into the right rooms. I can get you in those rooms. It's not that hard, but you need to be able to behave that way. You need to be able to walk into the room and own it. So number 1, mastery. Number 2, connections, which I can create for you. That's easy. Number 3, you got to have presence. You got to be able to walk into that room and own it and know it with certainty. Become a $1 million magnet. When you bring those 3 things together, that creates iconic influence. That is when we can create a business of joy, where we are behaving iconically, walking into a room, magnetizing $1 million offers, and being able to then own our wealth and create an empire. I'm all about creating wealth and normalizing that for women all around the world. And I absolutely believe that this is the way that we begin. So for all of you in here who are probably looking at me going, holy heck, I can't even imagine what $1 million offer looks like. Believe me that you are capable of it. I do this with my clients every day of the week. The stories that I've heard today, every single one of you is capable of selling at this level if you choose. It's just a choice. Thank you, Kathryn, for giving me the opportunity to write this in my Iconic Influence book and bring this to the world. Thank you.